I had a message from Danny from Honest Places just yesterday asking if I was at a loose end today, and I am. So we haven't really planned this, it's just happening, a bit of spontaneity. I know last time some people said please never do this again, and other people said please do it again. So can't please all the people all the time and all that, but anyway, we're starting off at, you can see where we are, can't you? The old Cheshire cheese. Cheers, look who I've bumped into. Well, I haven't bumped into him, I knew he was coming. Yeah. We've planned to be here. Danny, lovely to have you in London again.
Yeah.
Cheers. You're just passing through, aren't you?
I was going to come to London yesterday, but I thought I'd do Cambridge because I didn't want to deal with London. So I thought I'd message someone who knows the stuff, which is you.
Yeah.
And take me about.
We're going to do some old man pubs, aren't we? The sort of pubs you wouldn't normally do, at least on your channel. Maybe off channel you do, I don't know. Maybe off when you're not filming.
I've just got sick of coming to London and doing like rough taste of pubs, so I'm actually really looking forward to do some ye olde.
So yeah, we are in the classic to start off with, the old Cheshire cheese, and then probably the Mitre next, I'm guessing. Don't know if you've been there before. You've been here before.
Is that the one where apparently the Queen danced or something?
Yep.
But people don't know if it's true.
Elizabeth I, supposedly around the maypole there, there's a cherry tree in the corner of the pub.
To grab punters in.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's true, but might
Down
be.
an alley.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's got like windows outside or square.
Yeah, it's one of those pubs with windows, yeah.
I'm looking forward to that because I've never been there, so yes.
Yeah. Great. Okay. Well, we're having some dark mild here. You weren't that keen on. You messaged me yesterday on a pint of dark mild you had yesterday. What did you give it? 2.3 out of 10.
They did dark mild.
Yeah. Timothy Taylor. You don't find it in London. I've never seen it in London. It doesn't normally come much further south than Yorkshire, I think, really.
Well, it's the first time I've had it, so I don't know if it was a bad drop or bad pour or.
Right.
But no, I thought it was like about a 3 out of 10 for that. Just had no body to it or no character.
Yeah.
I
I've had a lot of disappointing pints the last couple of weeks because of the heat wave. I think a lot of pubs are struggling to keep their casks at the right
To be
temperature.
honest, I've been slagging off a few Guinnesses, but when it's got down to there, it's like you just don't want it because it's too hot.
Yeah. This is all right. I think definitely in terms of serving temperature and everything, I don't think this is. It's a keg beer, so it's a bit easier to keep than a cask beer.
It's not fizzy as well, so that's like, chug it down when it's warm.
Yeah. Right, is that doing better than 2.3? Would you give it
It's an 8, it's always an 8.
It's an 8, wow, an 8.
Yeah, I know, I do really like it. It's just a shame, like, it shuts down, well, it's gone now,
8.
maybe it doesn't shut down as many pubs.
Did you even do that in the bit on your video? Did you give it a number? Oh, you did? Did you say 8? Oh, you did, okay, I missed that
I
somehow.
never mess up, Mr. Sweet.
Oh, okay, right, great, very consistent. What a professional, yeah. All right, well, cheers. See you at the next pub. This is the second pub. Can you see the sign up there, the Old Mitre? I was in here recently, did a big long boring history video about the Old Mitre, but I won't bore Danny with all those details today. We're going to go in here and probably talk about Snatch.
Yeah.
The film.
Shoot the film as well.
The film, yeah. Cheers, we're in the Old Mitre.
I don't go again.
No, it's all right.
Oh,
just
okay.
keep, look natural then, won't it? Won't seem so forced.
Whatever, yeah.
We're having London Pride. I was pleasantly surprised last time Danny was here that you actually like it. I've probably just said the same thing, haven't I?
Yeah.
You actually thought it was all right?
I just didn't expect it, yeah, because that's a bit of every time we always have like cask, it's always like 3.6, 3.8%. This is like what, 4.1?
Yeah, it's would have classically been called a best bitter rather than a sort of session bitter. So it is a little bit. It's all sort of relative, isn't it? It's a little bit stronger than your session bitters, but I think it's all right. It's probably called a premium ale or something today, isn't it?
I think it is a premium ale.
Yeah, I made a whole ranty video about that. All right, yeah, but they won't write the word bitter on the badge.
It wasn't that cold last time we had it. Feels like it's just a bit tight.
Yeah, that is quite. I like it like that, given the temperature outside. But yeah.
And you're having like a 2-piece soup.
Yeah.
So that underneath that.
Very thin.
You want to check it out underneath. Can you feel little random drips sometimes?
No, it's not too bad yet, but yeah, we'll get there. I imagine. Yeah.
But a great boozer. I do like it. Yeah.
Great. I've talked about this place endlessly.
You didn't talk about Snatch, though, did you?
No, I didn't. No. Well, a lot of people mentioned it in the comments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I failed to mention that the opening sequence, isn't it? Were we saying a bit right at the start?
So is there, because there's another scene in that Snatch where he goes to the pub and gets half a Guinness.
Is
There's
that
a bit of a shootout in there.
with-
I'm guessing that's in London as well.
with
Vinnie Jones?
Vinnie Jones? Yeah, that, I don't know which pub that is.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll Google it, and if it's local, we'll go to that. We'll Google after this.
We're in between the Olde Mitre and the Cittie of Yorke. Just directed Danny over there to take a picture of the former site of Staples Inn, which has been immortalised on the tin of old Holborn tobacco, but I don't think the reference made any sense, did it?
No, you're going to chuck some up, aren't you?
Some of your viewers will know that, probably.
To be honest, my average viewers are 55.
Right, well there you go, they'll know it. If they're my age or older, they'll know what I'm talking about. It's a pub I've been to many times before on video, of course, the Cittie of Yorke. Hope Danny's going to like this. It's another Sam Smith's pub, but you don't seem to mind Sam Smith's
I love
too
Sam
much.
Smith's.
Fantastic, good.
Yeah, honestly,
And,
yeah.
let's go and take a look at the. Yeah, is that it? Yeah.
I thought I was unprofessional.
Oh,
Is that it?
I mean, I've covered it about 3 times before.
Oh, new viewers.
Oh, new viewers, right. Well, I mean, you could go and watch my other videos that I've already made.
You haven't given them anything to watch.
It's got a medieval baronial hall at the back, or a mock Tudor version of a medieval banqueting hall.
Should we go show them?
Yeah. It's always better to show people stuff than talk about it. This is Danny's first time at the Cittie of Yorke. Thoughts?
Yeah, I do think it's probably one of, well, I'll have to go back, my memory's not that great, one of the best pubs I've been in the UK. That's including Northern Ireland. There's just something about it. Something old. I like to go to Prague a lot, everyone knows that, and it feels like just very raw. I don't know, it's just a vibe.
Stunning, isn't it? There's so much wood for a start, like everywhere you look.
I've got wood, just been there.
Yeah, wood in every direction.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like Harry Potter,
Yeah, that's great.
Hogwarts dining room
Yeah,
and all
like a
that.
butterbeer,
Because it is sort of, I mean, you've got to look up at the roof to get the full effect, but it is a little bit inspired by those banqueting halls of Oxford and Cambridge colleges, which is where you were just now.
That's what I was expecting from when I went to Cambridge, stuff like this, but I didn't get it.
Yeah, it's not in the pubs, sadly. Yeah, I mean, it is there, but it's just not in the pubs. And then around here, we've got all these legal institutions, all the places where the barristers would come to train, and I think that's probably what inspired the roof here, because there's places like Lincoln's Inn, and they have these kind of halls in that they would have their banquets and stuff. They're like university colleges in a way, and yeah, I think that's what probably inspired this interior, being in this. Well, the interior is 1920s, but there has been a pub on this site, possibly going back to the 1400s.
Okay.
Maybe the cellars are much older than the 1920s, but actually this building is only really 100 years old.
Feels like older, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, because it's mock Tudor, it's deliberately trying to recreate that sort of merry old England, a happier time. You think about between the 2 wars, people in England were miserable. They just, sort of lost 1 million young men in World War I or whatever crazy amount of mass casualties they had, and they wanted to sort of hark back to a happier period of history when it wasn't all about mechanised warfare.
I feel happy.
Yeah.
So it's done its job.
Yeah. Danny is making a video at the same time, and I think he's a bit concerned that the usual implied contract that there'll be some rough pubs in his videos has not been fulfilled so far, because we're in, quite a small bit of central London. So Danny looked up the Dolphin Tavern, which I've had to disappoint you by saying is actually quite a nice pub.
But
So,
your pubs are about history. Have you done
Yeah.
this pub before?
Yeah, briefly, yeah.
Oh yeah, so clocks inside. It says a Zeppelin in the World War One. Yeah.
I have no objection to going in because I like this pub. So
You're gonna get a Carlin now.
no, they probably don't serve carling. I don't. And they might. I don't know. We might be surprised.
What if they did? Would you?
No.
Oh, just for content.
Well, but I've got to actually drink it.
I've done it before.
I-
I've drank John Smith's before,
I-
and that's like 3.4% now.
But I don't want to.
I don't. Oh,
So we're now at the Princess Louise. It is turning into a bit of a Sam Smith's pub crawl, isn't it? But Danny seems to be receptive to that. You're not entirely averse to a Sam Smith's pub or two. Neither am I. So
I can do Sam Smith's all day, mate.
great.
100%.
There we go. I mean, good company. Let's go and get inside.
that it?
That's it. Yeah, that's
No,
it.
Okay.
I don't really care. I mean,
Getting like me now, you are. Okay.
I just want a pint. That's pretty much a Danny line, really, isn't it? I just want a pint. That's kind of one of your almost.
Everyone just want a pint.
That's kind of one of your catchphrases,
Yeah,
sort
you
of,
give
isn't
me
it?
royalty. If you want to
Yeah.
say that in future videos,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a bit pissed off.
All right.
Royalties.
So we are in our third Sam Smith's pub of the afternoon. Do you have a favourite of the 3 Sam Smith's pubs so far? I'm guessing it was the Cittie of Yorke, but don't want to speak for you.
The one that had the fire.
Yeah, the Cittie of Yorke.
That's
Yeah.
probably the best one.
All right, how do the other two rank against each other? Cheshire cheese versus. I don't know why this is important, but
Cheshire cheese is better than this one. This is probably the weakest, but by the
Okay.
weakest it doesn't mean it's bad.
yeah,
But it's still the best one. We've only been in 3, haven't we?
yeah, 3 Sam Smiths so far. Yeah,
So it goes the fire, Cheshire cheese, this one.
this is in a way the most sort of recreated of the 3 because it's. I was saying to Danny earlier, these partitions have been put back, but the walls, the tiling, the mirrors on the outside, and all of that stuff is genuinely late Victorian, so a bit of a mixed bag. Half recreation of Victorian pub, half genuine Victorian pub.
Obviously, recreation, a lot of people don't like it, but it comes to a point where you have to, or it's what's absolutely shit. Whereas, like I say, we said this before, didn't we? The Green Kings, they gentrify their pubs, or at least the Samuel Smiths. They do it up, fair enough, but at least keep the authenticity. That's what I like about the Samuel Smiths pubs in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather drink at the Samuel Smiths pub than the Green King, yes.
Yes, they sort of proactively reverse some of the previous crimes against pub interiors,
Yes.
rather than just
Exactly, yeah.
moving forwards towards ever more bland.
I can't think of one Samuel Smiths pub that's been gentrified, ever.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
good.
Diet.
Yeah, that'll
You're
do.
getting so lazy. You're getting so lazy with your content.